This time on Road and Race, I see how much extra power we can get out of all the 350Z mods I've done with an engine remap. If you've been following my series on repairing and modifying my 350Z, you'll know I fitted a few performance parts to it over the years. The first being a plenum spacer. This helps reduce the airflow restriction to the front two cylinders of the engine, so should add a bit more power. The second are high flow cats. These cats, as the name suggests, let the exhaust gases escape more freely than the stock cats do, so again should add a bit more oomph. So what's next? Well, an engine remap should tune the engine to take full advantage of these mods, delivering the most amount of extra power possible, but it costs £450, so I've never been in too much of a hurry to do it. Until that is, I got a check engine light on the dash. Firing up the code reader, I got a number of codes for the post-cat O2 sensors. I removed these sensors from my old cats, and I had to use a lot of heat to get them off, so I probably damaged them. To get new sensors would cost about £160, but in reality they don't serve much purpose on the car. They could be deleted as part of the engine remap, so that was all the excuse I needed to get one booked in. So I made the trip to see 350Z tuning specialist Jez at Horsham Developments. Here's the first run on the dyno to get a baseline of performance. Jez said that this DE model of 350Z I have usually reads on his dyno at about 265 horsepower. Here we can see we got 276 horsepower, so it looks like the mods have given us about 11 horsepower or so. If you look at the bottom line, it shows the air to fuel ratio. It should be around 12.5 ideally, but here you can see at low revs the car is running lean and producing less power than it can. After adjusting the engine map, we go again and get 283, then finally 285 horsepower. So in total, roughly a gain of 20 horsepower over stock. This gain is across the whole rev range. Also, the air to fuel ratio is now perfect at almost a constant 12.5. Whilst I was there, I did ask Jez if he thought anything was restrictive on the car, such as the standard exhaust or airbox, but he said no, they were fine. So how does the car feel now? Well, pretty much the same. It's only 9 horsepower more than I've been driving around with, so I don't really think you can notice that. But it's good to know the engine is not running lean anymore. Anyway, my main goal was to sort out the oxygen sensors. Would I recommend that someone else do these mods? Probably not. The spacer, cats and remap cost over £1,000 all in, and we've only got an extra 20 horsepower. For me though, it's all been about enjoying doing the work and working on the car. But say for a normal person who may even need to pay a garage to do this work, it's a lot of money for marginal gains.